working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
Hello and welcome to Fox 2 News at 6. I'm Dave Spencer.
And I'm Hilary Golston. We're starting with the weather out there, and it's possible that we might see some pop-up showers, but the big thing is the cool down on
Here
the way.
it comes. Weather Authority Stephanie Mead starting things off with a check of the forecast. Hey,
For
Stephanie.
sure, yeah. So it's looking much cooler. And I know, Hillary, you like this cooler weather. Yes. So we have a forecast that I think you're going to like moving forward. This is a live look over Ford Field right now. And earlier it was crowded. We had that preseason game, and now we have the Tigers game down at Comerica Park, where we could maybe see a spotty shower or thunder shower before the evening is done. Right now, though, temps are sitting nice in the mid to upper 70s, 77 in the city, 79 in Lansing, 76 in Toledo right now. We're dealing with a fairly gusty southwesterly breeze, anywhere between 15-20 miles per hour. Right now, it's at 17 miles per hour. Now, that's not the gust. That's just the sustained wind at the moment. And you can also see some of these showers and thunder showers that are developing. We're not anticipating any severe weather with this, so just your garden variety showers. And notice just how spotty they are. They're developing across central parts of the state. If these do continue to hold steam, especially out near southwestern Michigan, just west of Jackson, that could impact parts of Lenawee County and even parts of southern Wayne County within the next few hours. So this is our high-res model taking us through the rest of this evening. 8:30, 9 o'clock, we'll see that cold front begin to slide on through, broken line of showers. But once that clears, overnight we'll see a mainly clear sky, and we'll also see relatively dry conditions. Now, there is that opportunity even heading into tomorrow for that stray shower or thunder shower to develop, but I think it's going to be very similar to today, where those are a bit more few and far between. Temps through the rest of this evening will be falling relatively quickly. Most will be in the 60s, but I do think a lot of us bottom out in the upper 50s. We'll see a mixture of some clouds and a little bit of clearing, and that happens very early tomorrow morning. Behind that cold front, we are looking at a huge drop in terms of our humidity levels, so they're not really going to be registering for us through the day tomorrow and pretty much through the middle part of the work week. It's going to feel fantastic. Now, alongside with those cooler temperatures, we're going to see wind conditions kick up. Breezy tomorrow, also slightly breezy for Monday as well. But the big story moving forward is going to be these cooler temperatures, and they're going to be anywhere between 5 to 10 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of year. Lots of 70s, 73 degrees Monday, Tuesday, we're still in the lower 70s, and virtually minimal rain chances as we move forward. So Sunday, isolated rain chance. Same for Monday. And then during the middle part of the week is when we see that next opportunity for some rain. Now, moving forward, this is the CPC, or the Climate Prediction Center, thoughts behind the month of September. Large chunk, if not the entire country, could see temperatures above average. So if you enjoy these cooler temps, I would highly recommend you get out and enjoy them for the next week or so. Temperatures look great, mid 70s, overnight lows in the upper 40s to lower 50s, with our next chance of rain really not arriving until Thursday. Hillary and Dave, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Stephanie. I got a text this morning at 6:33 a.m. from police because they were working so hard in this huge case. And now the manhunt, we know, for an accused killer is over.
Yes, finally. The suspect in the deadly Henry Ford Hospital shooting is under arrest, along with another person here. Fox 2's Camille Mary live with the latest. Camille, how were they able to bring this to an end?
Yeah, I mean, this was the news that everybody was anxiously awaiting. It was around 3 or 3:30 this morning where Mario Green was arrested on LeMay Street. I want you to take a look at some video. We've got pictures. Of course, we saw his picture yesterday. This was surveillance image of him at the hospital. And then, of course, the picture of his victim, who police say he killed, Latricia Green, his ex-wife, who was an employee at the hospital working in the basement. We are told she worked in the housekeeping department, and police say that it was around 10 o'clock in the morning, a little bit before 10. Investigators say that Mario Green walked in to the hospital armed, shot his ex-wife, and then left. Of course, this sparked a huge lockdown and a major manhunt for him that lasted for hours, going into the night and going into the morning until he was finally arrested. We did talk to police. We caught up with Chief Todd Bettison at a community event. One of our photographers did, so you are going to hear some parade background in that background, but I do think it's very important to hear what Chief Todd Bettison had to say. Take a listen.
Tips from the community, and we got a lot of tips. It took a lot of help from our ATF, our FBI, our Wayne County Sheriff, and everybody else, our Michigan State Police, just everybody came out to help, and we were able to get him in custody and without incident.
And we also know that one other person was arrested. He is accused of harboring Mario Green. So far, charges have not been filed yet, but they are both locked up in custody right now, and a lot more to come on this story, but definitely the outcome that everybody was hoping for, that he would be arrested sooner than later. Reporting live from DVD headquarters, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, I know that police are waiting to give out any more details about this, but was he able to mention anything about what led them to that particular area and how they were able to bring him under arrest?
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, they said that he was arrested without incident, and we know that his car was found earlier, actually yesterday in the afternoon in the 8 Mile and Losser area near Trojan. But they didn't really, they're really keeping everything close to the vest. Normally, we thought maybe they'd have a press conference announcing that they'd made this arrest and how they did it and how they were able to get him into custody. But really, I mean, we were lucky to catch up with the chief at that community event, that parade in the background, but really not giving out a lot of information. Just he's saying he's thankful that he's now in custody and that he's very sorry for this loss of life.
Yeah, and as you mentioned at the top of it, a lot of anxious moments that are put to rest, thankfully, with this matter. Thank you, Camille.
Yeah.
A big development in another high-profile case here.
Yeah, 3 men have been arrested and charged with a heinous crime because of their alleged recklessness, the shooting death of a child, a little boy, only 6 years old. 30-year-old Montrell Wilson, 28-year-old Deontay Cherry, and 28-year-old Terrence Blue are the accused here. Back on July 27th, police say these 3 men opened fire on a group at Anglin and Stinder on the east side of Detroit. A stray bullet hit little Riley Love there, who was outside playing. He died. The men are all charged with first-degree murder and a long list of other crimes.
A young girl is killed in a horrific crash on Detroit's east side. 2 vehicles slammed into each other at Gratiot in August near Houston-Whittier. A woman and a teenage girl also in critical condition. 2 people in the other car are in stable condition. There's another victim here, a woman who's also in critical condition. She was found outside of these vehicles, but it's not clear whether she was a pedestrian or if she was in one of the cars. Police are looking into the cause of the crash.
All right, another case, 2 people arrested, suspected of breaking into pickups. Several of them, thieves targeted infotainment screens in Ram trucks. Authorities caught a couple of crooks in the act, according to the Macomb Auto Theft Squad. There have been nearly 90 of these types of crimes in just the past 6 months. Some victims hit more than once. Replacing these screens can cost $3,000 to $4,000. So yeah, it's pretty expensive. These systems control Bluetooth, climate lights, and more. There are some basic things you can do to try to avoid being targeted.
Just pay attention to what you're doing. These vehicles do come with alarms on them. It doesn't work if you hit the glass, but that's why I say lock your doors. You lock your doors, it's going to make some noise. And thieves, you know, they go for the path of least resistance. First, they're going to go for something that's not going to make noise. Second, they're going to go for something that's easy to do. So sort of, you know, like I said, park in a well-lit area, park in an area that has a lot of people in it, so that way people are all out looking.
And here's what else we can tell you. A 23-year-old man from Detroit and a 26-year-old man out of Roseville are now under arrest. All right, I want to get you some national news now. This is a big story, right, that has been making a lot of headlines. Yeah. The Texas legislature agreeing to redraw the state's congressional map. And
the bill passing on a party line vote after a 9-hour debate. This will likely give the Republicans an additional 5 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. The bill, requested by President Donald Trump, will help Republicans in their effort to maintain control of the House in next year's midterm election. The passage comes after Democrats delayed the vote for 2 weeks by leaving the state.
Members are here today on a Friday night, on a weekend, after a long 2 or 3 sessions, giving their time to the process. It's disrespectful.
This was not something 6 weeks ago that I ever imagined we would be doing. This was a reaction to an assault on our democracy in Texas.
Now, in response to the actions from Texas, California made a similar move, tilting the congressional map in favor of Democrats. But that will be up to voters in November.
All right, another big national story in Washington. The National Guard at the National Mall. About a dozen Guard members there on patrol. As you see, they are unarmed. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is ordering troops to start carrying guns while they're on duty. The president called the Guard to the city as part of his crackdown on crime in our nation's capital. Nearly 2,000 Guard members are now stationed there. The president says Chicago is next, and then like New York.
All right, back here at home, an event today at Detroit to honor the past and empower the future. We're talking about the Mac Alive Parade and Rally. It travels down Mac Avenue to East Grand. Now, this is the 35th time they've held this event. It features family-friendly entertainment as well as health screenings, clothing, and more.
You can just see the pride, the excitement. You can see the beautification. Since 2014 to where we are now, it's light years away. So many houses have been houses that we couldn't save, demolished, and the property has been sold back to the city, to the residents of Detroit through our A House Next Door program. And I can just tell you that many residents bought property next door to them. They fenced it up, turned it into urban farming, and it's just a lot of pride on Mac. New businesses are opening up. New neighbors are moving in. I just can't even tell you how great it is on Mac.
Yeah, Mac Alive is dedicated to revitalizing Detroit's east side by providing social, educational, and cultural programs for the entire community.
All right, we love this one. It's almost a centennial celebration, almost, but it was huge at Detroit's Palmer Park. The city marked the opening of the new band shell. Now, it originally came online at the State Fairgrounds nearly 90 years ago and closed in 2008. The city sold that land to Amazon, took apart the band shell, moved it to Palmer Park, restored it, and then, there you see it, put it all back together.
They took this together. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, it looked like Tinker Toys. And they took it all apart, and then they tried to put it back together, and they were able to preserve this beautiful arch, which is something that we, again, can cherish as this landmark.
All right, and let's talk about some of the legendary names that have performed there over the years, including Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, Duke Ellington, and many others. The restoration is paid for with about $3.5 million from the American Rescue Plan. All right, this is always a great one every year.
Yeah.
And today in Lake Orion, they had some art, some music, and dragon boat races.
Dragon boat races is the 16th annual Dragon on the Lake. It's the big end of the summer celebration, and Fox 2's Scott Wolchek was there.
All right, we are out here on the lake, and we are going to be having a blast. It is Dragon on the Lake, and unfortunately, I'm up front. I guess I'm the guy that's going to be steering. We've got Stacy here with the team Dragon Down Breast Cancer. Tell me about it. How important is Dragon on the Lake? How cool is it?
Oh, it's the best event of the season. We look forward to it every year. The sense of community, the opportunity to bring awareness and change, and to just, take part of competition.
How much fun has it been this weekend, just seeing people out, having a blast, I would imagine drinking some beer out there and painting dragons and whatever you do?
Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of this community and how it comes together and how we represent ourselves. It's always just so much fun to run into people you haven't seen for a while and just celebrate us as a community.
Very cool, and I know that your team is trying to win. There's a big old dragon totem pole thing you can win, but there's also a charity component of this, right?
Yes. My team, Dragon Down Breast Cancer, is using this opportunity to raise money for the American Cancer Society with Real Men Wear Pink, Team Oxford.
Awesome. Are you going to have a pink dragon?
No, but we do have pink tutus.
Okay, well, that is about as good enough. And thankfully, I didn't have to wear a pink tutu for this, but you know what? It's for a good cause, so I would definitely do it if I had brought mine. Yeah. For now, you can check it out all weekend. Races going on, and it's all such a cool traditional event. So everybody, let's shove off and have a blast. For now, reporting in Lake Orion, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News.
All right, so many great community events that happen right here. That's good to see that one, too. And that's going to do it for Fox 2 News at 6.
Yeah, be sure to join us on the air tonight. Fox 2 News at 10 follows college football. We'll see you then.
Bye.